coverage of the Euro Tour Scottish Masters. This is the second event on the PDGA Euro Tour and comes from Bluebell Woods course run by Reboot Disc Golf in the beautiful woods outside Dunbar in Scotland. Hello, my name is McCauley and I'm joined here by course designer and basket installation expert Seamus Scanlon as we take a look back at round 2 play by play at the beautiful Bluebell Woods. The recently confirmed #1 course in UK and Ireland hosts European Best Masters players over a 3-day event. I've had the pleasure of working with Seamus over the last 5 years, helping support local growth in Scotland, and it's a pleasure to get in the booth with him to hopefully bring Scotland to a new level. Together, Seamus has helped me put 50 baskets in the ground, so if we get more than 50 views in this video, I'll be pretty happy.
It's a pleasure to be here, Paddy. Thanks for such a warm welcome, and it's an honour to work with you.
Thanks for coming out, Seamus. Nice to get in the booth with you. Also, shout out to the guys that made this footage happen, Nick Gordon and the team, maximum respect. So Ken, leading the way at the front here. It was a 9.66 rated first round. Bogey free in the back nine by Ken and Iain. And a nice streak from Iain with 4 birdies coming in the home stretch to position himself nicely at the top.
I'd say it's all still pretty tight at the top. You know, if some of those players in second and third can lose those 5s and 6s, they'll find themselves higher up on the leaderboard.
Well, it's true, it's quite tight. The guys are still trying to see who's going off first here. Hole 1, Seamus, talk us through it.
Hole 1's 266 feet. You have to throw something nice and soft. You don't want to throw anything full power. It's got to turn just a little bit and fade back nice and hard, 1 hop to the basket. There are gaps on the left, some straighter gaps, but the fairway's really down the dirt track.
Here we see Ken lining up the right-hand backhand. I think he's going for the track line. It's fair to say the Bluebells are looking beautiful today. Ken puts it off a bit high, favourable kick.
He should be fine from there.
Iain McDougall. Shout out to Iain from Manchester, but as I believe it, he's from your part of the world, Seamus.
Born in Glasgow.
What a place.
Spent a lot of time in Chicago.
And now he's down in Manchester, really setting the standard for community-led growth in disc golf across the UK, so maximum respect to the Manchester team.
Marko Narits, he's throwing that sapphire. You're going to see that a lot today.
And he absolutely perfected the line. Unfortunate kick with the tree, but
still inside the circle.
This should be interesting. We've got Sören lining up. I think, is that a forehand roller?
He throws a forehand roller with a firebird.
Okay, tries to get a stand up, hits a gap. Unfortunate. Wow, first time ever seeing a forehand roller thrown on hole 1 of the Bluebells.
He has a high success rate with that forehand roller. I think we'll find over time.
But yeah, this is it's a great hole to start on. Keeps you honest. You need to hit that fairway to get close. If not, you're really just getting up and down. And Ken does a nice job with a bit of a flash at the back at the chains. Iain gives it a nice controlled upshot.
They should all be able to clean up their pars pretty easily. So Marko's got a chance for a birdie here.
Nice putt. Great way to start the round.
Marko and Sören are joining us from Estonia. They played the course, came out a few days and took a lot of time and learned the course, and I think they're going to score very well.
Yeah, it's nice to see the forehands and backhands come out. That gives you a lot of options in the woods. And the rest of the guys just tapping out for their pars. Nice to hear the birds in the background. It can be a beautiful day in the woods if the wind's staying away. This
is hole 2. Hole 2 is one of the original holes here at Bluebell Woods. It's 400 foot. You have to hit this 70 meter gap. Once you hit the 70 meter gap, if you're disc hyzers or anhyzers, it'll open up the shot for you for a nice 3. If you catch an early tree, you'll be struggling for a 4.
As you can see, some unfortunate storm damage on what was probably the most beautiful tree in this property. But that keeps it a bit interesting for your upshot.
The woods are always changing. I learned that.
Looks like I'm going to the shop for tomorrow.
Well, this is some of the Estonian chocolate that Sören brought.
Thank you.
Very, very nice chocolate. Very unique.
Yeah, so I bring everybody. I play with
a pack.
Yeah, small players pack.
Thank you, Sören. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I have seen those in Estonia.
Nice straight backhand.
Just catches that last tree on the right hand side. He should be okay. Still has a shot at a 3.
And we have Ken going for this similar line. Yeah, the guys are getting the discs out nice and flat. The issue you have here is if you hyzer left, it falls away and you can really get in trouble down there.
It's a great day for scoring on the course. There's virtually no wind, which allows you to really shape shots in the woods.
We have Iain throwing a mid-range.
He's throwing a rock. Great stamp on that rock.
Unfortunate hit. There we have my favourite line, the forehand, but it's hard to hit it.
Looks like he's throwing something really stable.
Yeah. Not a bad result. He's moving down the fairway.
Up the fairway is good.
Good call, Iain. They're all sitting okay. No real damage done. They still have good shots at a 3.
I'm just trying to flex it down the 4. Unfortunate hit off the trees.
Iain was a little further back than I thought. Hopefully you can convert on this one. Since that tree's come down, there's a lot more open spaces you can hit, as long as you hit that first gap. I'm not sure what we'll do with this hole in the end. Probably pull the basket forward and make it a 3, or push it back a little bit and make it a 4.
Yeah, sometimes you're forced to evolve the course. What a great forehand shot from Marko, getting close. Sören's lining up potential forehand flex. Forehand turnover maybe? Angle looks good.
One hops it, great shot.
2 beautiful forehands from our Estonian friends.
He's got a little bit coming back. He went down the hill a little bit, but he should be able to convert. I think he's going inside the circle there.
Iain getting around the corner, but leaving a bit of work to do. And finally we're getting to Ken's. Yeah, he had a nice skip through the leaves to get him a bit further up.
You can see the marker in the ground just to his right. It's 280 feet. That hyzered out a little bit early. He's got the same look as Sören.
Off the cage hit for Iain. I think he'll be happy to move on to the next hole. 3. Yeah, this hole can keep you honest, so being able to get the birdie early in the round will set you up nicely. And the rest of the gents just clean up.
Three for Marko as well.
You made it look easy with that forehand.
Hole 3 is, I believe, is the toughest hole in the course. 430 feet. It pinches off after about 280 feet, and some people, when they can't help but go for it and try to throw the disc further than 280, and sometimes it causes a lot of trouble for them. You have to learn to throw 2 really good shots here, and you'll pick up your 3. If you even pick up a 4, I still think you're going to be picking up strokes on a lot of people.
Yeah, the 4 does genuinely feel like a birdie. Gets a hit.
Is that Sapphire getting a little more understable?
Sometimes you're happy to see the disc kick left when it starts to turn right, because the OB can come sneak up on you.
You want to land left on this hole, that's right, Paddy. Anything right and it cuts you off. Throwing a roller to the gap, he should be okay there.
Seems to get a nice flex on it. Full flight, good result.
He's throwing that rock again, right down the middle. He'll be just fine there. We'll have all sorts of options.
Yeah, if you're lucky enough to land in the fairway, you've always got the option. You can see the small but open fairway. Just a bit too much turn.
Oh, he sawed that one off. He had a brilliant look right down the middle of the gap. Could have one-hopped it to the basket.
Yeah, this is the favourable lie where you can get the hyzer line down, hopefully get a skip up towards the basket. Here, the forehand roller.
It just caught something. Scuttled a little bit right. He should be able to go up and down for his 4. I wish Sören was here last year when the fairways were a little bit more clear before we had the storm. We're still picking up a lot of sticks and pine cones.
This is where you have to get creative. There's a gap. Oh, and he goes through back through the fairway. Yeah, similar position to.
That is okay, because that's in the box.
Yeah. Okay, so like this.
Guys just confirming placement for the shots. Always worth confirming with your card mates if you're unsure of the lie.
As long as he doesn't try to support himself with the tree, he'll be fine.
And this is the forehand option, gives you the option to step away. It's can be favourable in the woods. Just a wee flex shot required here. Nice angle. Great set.
Get in. Oh.
Straightforward up and down for Ken with half an attempt. Nice job from Iain, picking a gap, committing. Unfortunate band hit. That would have been for the only birdie of the day.
It's one of those threes when you get it, you definitely feel like you earned it.
Yeah, and that's what you mentioned earlier. You're gaining strokes on the 3, and the 4 even feels like it.
There's a lot of danger on hole 3. I'm sure we'll see big numbers there all weekend. So hole 4 is downhill 302 feet. The main gap is straight off the tee. You want to keep it low. Have it go about 280, and then slightly start to hyzer out, one hopping under the basket for a right-handed player. Or, I'm sorry, for a right-handed forehand player. For a backhanded player, you have to turn a nice lazy turnover, and there's also a really skinny straight gap.
You made it sound easier than it is to play, but there is a gap. It's just a matter of making sure your height is good and you've picked the right disc.
His forehand should be able to pick this hole right off.
Nice angle. Can you get skip? Pin high.
Come on, Skip.
Great form. It's also worth noting, just through behind the camera guy there, we've just OB that can come into play, but only if you're really overcommitted on it.
Ken's going to be struggling from par for there. He turned it over a little bit too much.
Iain lining up the backhand turnover.
Going for the skinny gap. Catches a tree and hyzers out left. He'll be fine from there. It's easy up and down.
Nice to see the guys going straight at it, but it's not an easy line.
That's not the preferred lane.
I remember many years ago being on playing this hole with you, Seamus, and you had the kiss of the chains.
I've yet to ring the bell, but I've gotten the chains a few times. Wide open look for Iain.
I think there's a famous story about this hole kicking around the Scottish scene about a guy who threw, I think it was a stag for the first time ever, didn't touch the ground straight in the chains. I think that story's almost world famous.
Could be legend.
Got a step off the birdie.
A little too much on it.
Thankfully it sat down fairly quickly.
There is no wind at all. Brilliant putt from Ken.
And for a clutch putt, especially with the OB in your mind just behind there. Great birdie to pick up. Sorry, that was for par. It must have felt like a birdie with that putt.
I'm saying there's no wind, and you can hear the kids playing on the lake in the background. That's what the screaming is.
Sounds like they're having fun. Nice clean up. Sören and Iain just to clean up his 3.
Sören with the only really birdie look.
Yeah, it's nothing given in hole 4.
Hole 5's a fun hole, 440 feet. You have some decisions to make off the tee. For a right-handed player, if you want to throw something and hyzers out, You won't be challenging the OB on the right hand side. There's a burn that runs along with OB at the top of the burn all the way along. You have to decide which side of the burn you want to land on, pitch it up for a 3, or play it really safe and get the 4.
Sören lining up the forehand. Appears to flex a bit too much. That sort of leaves a bit of work to do from over there. Nice shot from Ken. Gets it up the fairway with a bit of a flex. Iain going the tiger line. Ooh. Unfortunately, it turned over into the. I think that's out of bounds before the pegs are in.
There's a safe drive. We went in and checked Ian's drive out, and he was a meter short. It was too bad.
That's unfortunate. So he's
on the backside.
Just gonna work it into the woods. Managed to get across.
Brilliant turning shot. Would have worked better if it hyzered back a little.
That was a great result from his location. And this is the straightforward up and down from an accurate fairway shot.
He's got that left for a 3. Great shot.
So I'm going for the forehand hyzer.
Well, it's safe.
He seems happy with it being safe, which is the right mindset. Because the burn, it can sort of take some shots on you.
The burn has a funny way of pulling you in. Brilliant shot. No worries there.
Nice control by Ken.
Good. Iain will have that for his 5.
Unfortunate spit out for Sören. Yeah, I've learned that the straddle putt would be favourable, and the Bluebell would just give you that step out from the tree when you need it. The other guys just clean up.
3 from Ken as well.
Ken had almost an easy looking 3. Great up shot just to make a tap in.
Good news is we're going to be able to keep this hole after things are rebuilt.
That's exciting. It's an old classic. It's great to see it back in the mix this weekend.
Hole 6, 259 feet. This is a temporary hole. It's best if you throw a spike hyzer on this one. You want to just rip it down the road and one hop it to the basket through any number of gaps. There's a little bit of trouble, but not much. Most of the pros should be able to handle this hole, if not pick up the birdie. And a lot more of those oak trees have been removed since the filming. I was expecting all these trees to be gone, but it adds to the hole in the end.
It also goes to show the impact of the storms and the number of trees that were impacted. But it allows you to create interesting holes like this. Looks like great height. If I can get a skip. It's a nice controlled backhand. I definitely encourage all the new players out there. Make your step in nice and smooth. All the power can come late. Iain getting spiky, unfortunate hit.
Catches an early tree. I think he's got gaps there. It's not that yellow basket, it's the one in the background.
Bit of a tester here for Marko.
Behind the basket's a significant chance for a rollaway.
Gives a bit of height. Unfortunately picks up. Hopefully it appears to have sat down for him.
Should be on circle's edge.
Iain cleaning up the par.
Brilliant par save.
Let's get some nose up. But nice stick.
That was for a 2.
Iain's
Oh, he's fine. Didn't roll away.
solid putt from Marko. Yeah, that birdie brings Ken 2 under for the round. Appears to be hitting his stride. The guys became very prepared with umbrellas, but thankfully we didn't need it during this day. It was a beautiful Scottish day. Hole 7, Seamus.
And they're in sunny Dunny. Hole 7 is par 4, 450 feet. The telegraph pole on your right-hand side is 315. What you want to do is you want to either throw something really overstable and have it skip to the left, or you want to power something around so it leaves you an open shot. It's a really fast green, so you don't want to be too aggressive or you can find yourself throwing it back up for try to save par.
Yeah, it feels here your second shot is just as important as your first. But Ken getting a great flex, great distance. Fantastic skip.
That's exactly where you want to be. If not closer.
Marko's hitting a similar line, great stand up. 2 excellent shots.
Nice to see what can happen in calm conditions. That is a roller Firebird. I was not expecting that to work out so well.
Yeah,
It's my back.
managed to work away up the fairway.
Grass is a little long. He must have a really powerful roller.
Iain going for the wide hyzer. Looks good. Great result.
Nice grouping. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always great to come up this hole after being in the woods where you can sort of grip it and rip it. But this is where it gets technical for the second shot. Always trying to keep in mind the fast green through the back. Nice shot.
Oh boy.
That's a scary look.
Unfortunate early tree hit for Iain.
Had to go for it.
That'd be disappointing with the options available. Looked like the late for Marko seems a bit disappointed with the result.
A little right side high.
It's unfortunate. He put himself in great position off the tee, but a bit of work to do. Nice 3 from Marko.
Sören's taking his time. It is a little bit daunting. It does drop away. Can't really see it on the camera angle.
Great putt.
Thanks.
Sören also picking up the coveted birdie. Iain will be disappointed with the 4 after his drive, but you need to be clinical around the greens.
Hole 8, straight up the middle, 100 meters. No wind today. I can see these guys attacking it with the mid-range. I'm sure they're all going to get close. This hole's been aced before.
It's an impressive ace. I think I've seen the old video. Gets his stands up, but just not enough fade at the end. Pin high, I think.
Pin high, yeah, definitely what you're looking for. Just not enough hyzer at the end. Sören should reach this pretty easy with his forehand.
Puts a bit of flex on it, maybe a bit too much. Also pin now. Yeah, his angle control on their forehand allows him sort of to get that extra distance with the flex shots. Always useful. Ken just making this hole look easy.
Great control.
And getting a great flight into this.
Another great shot.
Perfect.
It's the new Birdie Brothers.
Got one.
Hey!
Just a late for Marko. He looked like he gave it a thought, but played for the safe option.
As these guys clean up their putts, we're moving into a really a very peaceful part of the disc golf course. Oh,
Ken with an unfortunate missed opportunity there.
little lapse in concentration there for Ken. We're moving to a really peaceful part of the disc golf course. We're moving away from Fox Lake Adventures Park, and we're going to hear nothing but birds and discs back there. You can see the slight burn pile behind Iain. Good for marshmallows.
I think slight's an understatement there, Seamus, but it'll be interesting to see that go up. But you also shout out to all the team that's been doing work behind the scenes, getting the course ready. There was a lot of hours. Shout out to yourself, Seamus, as well.
Thanks. So here we are on hole 9, par 4. It's a nice kind of a lazy turnover for a right-handed backhand player. You want something to go past this elder tree on the left-hand side and land somewhere in this area. If you can't make it past these 3 bushy trees here, the ground play gets a little fast. So if you can't get a driver back there, you do have a shot at a 2. Most players will settle for a 3, and a 4 isn't a bad score as well if you get a bad kick.
Yeah, the drive forces you to be creative. With Iain getting a great turnover with stable discs, coming back. That is the perfect shot here.
That's exactly where you want to be. He threw that about 450.
Great angle control. Great trust in the disc. Marko with a similar line.
Too low, boss.
Maybe not as stable, but still gives himself an easy up and down.
Forehand line on this is a little more tricky. You got to throw it nice and flat. You hear woodpeckers in the background.
That's good.
Lots of control. Great result.
Brilliant shot.
Ken just misjudging the angle. Shouldn't be too much trouble down there. Just works his way through the trees there. Didn't seem that happy with it, but should be makeable putt. Straightforward up and down for Marko here.
These are all eagle looks. That's inside circle.
Ikka pussukaks natukene. Ma võitin mäest üles, võib näti juurde anda.
Exactly.
I think that was Estonian for I should have been closer. In with the eagle bid just over. Great chance. Great push.
See if Ken can sink this for his 3. Get that missed putt out of his head.
Gives it a slight header putt. Unlucky, unfortunate. Nice 3 from Sören. He seems pretty pleased with the result. Marko for the clean-up. Smooth putting style, and Ken will be disappointed not to make the star frame. But it was just that unfortunate tee shot that gave him a bit of work to do.
Iain taps in for the easy 3.
That's Iain's back-to-back birdie, putting his scorecard where you want it to be. That's us just finished the front 9. Please join us for the back 9, and let's see how the guys get on.
That was a lot of fun.
Seamus, absolute pleasure. See you in the next one.